Thomas's Christmas Party. Mrs. Kindly lives in a cottage by the railway. She loves trains, and she always waves when they go by. Once, when she was ill in bed, she saved Thomas from an accident. The Fat Controller was very pleased, and he sent her to Bournemouth to get well. Thomas and Toby missed her greatly, and looked forward to welcoming her home again. Toby saw her first, and he blew his whistle. "There's Mrs. Kindly," and he happily rang his bell. "Bo, bo, 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 bo." His driver, fireman, and all the passengers waved to welcome her home. Thomas was pleased too. His trains were always heavy at Christmas time, and he would say as he puffed up the hill, "I can't do it, I can't do it, shh, 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 I can't do it, I can't do it, shh, 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 shh." But Mrs. Kindly would cheer him on. "Come on, Thomas! Come on, Thomas!" And he would forget all the hard work and puff bravely, "Oh, yes, I can! Oh, yes, I can! Shh, 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 shh. Oh, yes, I can! Oh, yes, I can! Shh, 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 shh." Thomas had never forgotten how she had saved him from an accident, and always wanted to thank her properly. Toby agreed with him, and so did their drivers and firemen, and they said, "Oh, let's give her a party at Christmas, yes." But Thomas and Toby weren't so sure. "Oh, well, where can we hold it?" "Yes, our shed's much too small. There's no room for anyone else when we're inside." But Thomas's driver wouldn't give up, and he said, "Oh, let's try at Tidmouth. I'm sure the big engines would like a party in their grand new shed. We'll ask when we go there tonight." So Thomas went to the big station that night, and he talked to the big engines with his driver and fireman. The big engines were delighted, and so were their drivers and firemen, and they said, "Oh, yes, yes, we'd like that. Yes, yes, a party would be fun. We'll ask the Fat Controller tomorrow." The Fat Controller was very impressed. A party for Mrs. Kindly, What a good idea of Thomas. Let me see, we've no trains on Christmas or Boxing Day, and we all want Christmas at home, of course, so Boxing Day will be best. So they made an invitation card, and they sent it to Mr. and Mrs. Kindly, and Mrs. Kindly read it over her morning cup of tea, and it said, "Thomas, Toby and friends request the pleasure of the company of Mr. and Mrs. Kindly at a party at the New Engine Shed, Tidmouth, on Boxing Day at 5 p.m. RSVP, Sir Topham Hatt, Wellsworth, Sodor." Thomas and Toby were with the big engines in Tidmouth's shed for Christmas, while Annie, Clarabel, and Henrietta joined the other coaches in theirs. They were looking forward to the party, and they were so warm and snug that they had quite forgotten the weather outside till the Fat Controller came bursting in, and he called out, "Listen here, listen, the weather's changed. It's snowing hard at Farquhar. Mr. and Mrs. Kindly are cut off. We'll need snow plows to fetch them tomorrow." The Fat Controller knew that Thomas hated snow, but he said to him, "What about it, Thomas, And Thomas said bravely, "Oh, I'll try, sir. We must rescue them. We must." and Toby said, "Can I help, sir?" "That's a good engine, that's right. You two will manage splendidly together, yes." So, early next morning, Thomas and Toby were both fitted with snowplows and arranged back to back, with the van carrying workmen coupled between them. They charged the snowdrifts fiercely. Shh! 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 Sometimes they swept the snow aside, but sometimes they stuck fast. When they stuck, they drew back so that men from the van could loosen the hard-packed snow. Then on they went again. Shh! 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 It was hard and tiring work for everybody, but at the cutting near the cottage they could go no further.